In Chapter 8, we're going to take a look at how we can make our workbooks more visually appealing. And if you'll look on page 271, we'll go through the objectives for Chapter 8. First, we're going to look at inserting symbols and special characters into our worksheet. We'll also learn to insert, size, move, and format a clip art image within a worksheet. We'll also learn to insert a screenshot into a worksheet. We'll learn to draw, format, and copy shapes. We've already looked at shapes in previous projects, but we'll look at that again in a little bit different detail. We'll also learn to insert, size, move, and format a picture image. We'll insert, format, and type text into a text box. We'll learn to insert a picture image as a watermark. And then we'll insert, format smart art diagrams, and finally insert and format word art. So lots of ways that you can add a visual interest to your workbooks. If you'll look on pages 272 and 273, you'll see the model answers for Chapter 8 for each of the projects. And we'll begin with Project 1. And in this project we are going to insert a clip art image, shapes, and then we'll also learn to format those images and shapes, copy those to different locations, all within Project 1. In Project 1A, we're going to begin by opening the SFFinCon workbook, and I've already done that and renamed it as they've asked us to in Project 1A. You'll notice at the top of this worksheet, we're going to be doing a variety of things to add to the title area as well as the subtitle. The first thing that we're going to do is in the subtitle, Quality International Group, we're going to change the E to an E with an accent mark over it. So first of all, I've clicked in cell E2, then I'm going to double click right before the E, and I'm going to remove that E, and then we're going to insert an E with an accent mark by going in under the Insert tab all the way to the end of the ribbon in the Symbols group. You should see the symbol button. That'll bring up the symbol dialog box. There are a lot of different palettes within the symbol dialog box that you can use. Again, we're looking for the E with accent, so I'm going to scroll down probably the 9th or 10th row, and in the middle here we're looking for the E that has the accent that leans forward. So I'll go ahead and click on that to select it, and then I'm going to choose Insert, and you can see in the background that it's inserted that in, and then I'm going to go ahead and close out of that dialog box. In addition to changing the E, we're also going to insert a special character. It's actually the registered trademark character that will appear to the right of the word group. And so I'm going to position my insertion point to the right of the word group. Again, I'm going to go back into the Insert tab in the Symbols group, Symbols button. This time, however, rather than using the Symbols tab, we're going to click on Special Characters tab, and there's a list of a variety of special characters that you can use. You'll see the registered trademark symbol. I'm sorry, just the registered symbol. I'm going to choose Insert, and immediately it puts it in there, and then we'll close out of it. And then one final thing on this same line and in the same cell, we are going to click right before the word quality, and we're going to insert another symbol that consists, it'll look like a diamond that has 4 dots in it. So to get that, it again is a symbol. So under the Insert tab, Symbols group, Symbol button, that particular symbol is found in the font group called Wingdings. So I'm going to scroll down. There's a lot in the Webdings too, but they've got this particular one in Wingdings. And we'll scroll down just a couple of rows. In the middle you'll see the diamond shape. So I'm going to select it, choose Insert, and close. Okay, so I'm going to click outside of cell A2, and you can kind of see the changes that we've made in that cell. Next, we're going to take a look at how we can insert an image into our worksheet, and then we'll format it, customize it, move it around, position it in our worksheet. The first exercise of manipulating an image, they've already inserted the image for us. In the next exercise we'll actually delete this image and insert another one, but for now we're going to manipulate the Wall Street image that I have selected. Notice when I deselect it, we lose the contextual tab, as I've mentioned before in previous projects. When you click on it though, it brings up the Picture Tools Format tab, and with the buttons on this ribbon we can manipulate how this image looks. The first thing they want us to do is remove the yellow background from the picture. So to do that, on your ribbon you'll see in the Adjust group the Remove Background option. Just going to click on that, and then once it's been removed, I'm going to go ahead and increase the width and the height of this picture by using the sizing handles so that it goes out to the edges. Do that all the way around. Okay. Alright, then we want to go through and change the color of the flag itself to blue. And I want to show you something here too. When I click off of the picture, notice the background is gone. It appears to be pink when you click on it, but it's gone when you click outside of it. So to change the color, next we're going to change the color of the flag to blue, as I mentioned earlier. And again, we're going to go to the Picture Tools Format tab in the Adjust group, and we'll choose Color. And that brings out a lot of color here, but we are going to recolor that, recolor section, and we want the Accent Color 1 Light. So it may be different on your screen, but hopefully that's close enough anyway. So that changes it just a little bit. And then we also want to apply some brightness and contrast percentages to this. So again, in the same area, in the Adjust area, we're going to go to, if I can find it, under the Corrections button, there's the brightness and contrast, and we want to increase it by 20%. So lots of different ways here that you can get to that, but the one that we're looking for is brightness 20% with the plus, and then contrast minus. So see if we can get to that. There it is. Okay, and that changes the image a little bit further. Then we're going to also apply the artistic effect, just kind of a glow effect to that. To get to that, again, with the picture selected in the Adjust group, we're going to go to Artistic Effects, and within that I'm going to choose the Glow Edges. We've got lots of different options here, as you can see, but we're going to choose Glow Edges, and that gives it another little twist. And then finally we want to change the height. If you go to Picture Tools Format tab in the Size group, we're going to change the height, which would be this one at the top, to 2. So that reduces the size of it just a little bit. And then we're going to take this image and place it in the upper left-hand corner. I'm just getting a 4-sided arrow, pointing it up to the top. And you may still need to resize that a little bit so that it is positioned into that particular cell. Okay? Now, in Project 1C, we're going to take this image and delete it out, replace it with clip art. So to use clip art, you'll go under the Insert tab in the Illustrations group, click on the Clip Art button. That'll bring up the Clip Art task pane on the right hand side. We're going to search for a picture that's called Stock Market, and we want to make sure that in the All Media Types that only Illustrations is showing. We want to remove all the check marks except for Illustrations. So I'm going to click on All Media Types. That removes them all, and then I'm going to go back and just click on Illustrations, and then we'll click Go. And I'm going to widen this for just a minute so I can see what the picture looks like. Okay, I've scrolled about halfway down and we're looking for the image that's similar to this. If you're trying to find it, just get something similar. What we're trying to do here is just go through the format changing. But once you find the picture in clip art, you just click on it. That will insert it into, probably going to end up with a bunch of these. I'm going to click on the drop down arrow. You should just be able to click on it and it inserts it into the worksheet. But if not, click on the drop down arrow and then we're going to choose insert. And I'm going to hold tight here just for a second because it may be locked up. I'll wait just a few minutes here. Okay. So there's one. One of the images. I'm going to go ahead and drag that. Yep, they're all there. So I just wasn't able to see them. So let's pull that over into the general area. We want it to ultimately be in cell A1, but we are going to make some changes to it before we stop with that. So the first thing that we're going to do is apply brightness minus 20% and contrast plus 40%. So as we did previously, we're going to go back to the Picture Tools Format tab in the Adjust group. I'm going to choose the corrections, and again we want brightness minus 20. See if I can find that. Minus 20, and then contrast 40%. Alright, so I've selected that and it's applied it to the graphic. A new type of format that we're going to apply to this clip art is the picture style. So again, with my picture selected, I go to the Format, Picture Tools Format tab. In the Picture Styles group, we're going to go to Quick Styles. And within the Quick Styles area, we want Soft Edge Rectangle. So that's the first one here. And you'll see it kind of pulling off the edges while it's in this area. It's kind of hard to tell when you've got gold in the background. And then we'll just kind of change the size of this just a little bit to get it fit in there a little bit better. Okay? So, and I'm going to close out the clip art task pane. But those are a couple of exercises that show you how to take an existing image and make some changes to it in the Picture Tools Format tab with removing the background, the corrections, artistic effects, and then also how to insert a clip art image and make some changes to that as well.